Welcome to this edition of Chelmsford High School's Lions Pride. Let's meet our deans and our students of the month. Now I'd like to introduce Dean Erin MacNeil from Emerson House to introduce her students of the month.
Our first student of the month for September is Adi Gupta. Adi, thank you for being here. In 4 years here, you have been an outstanding athlete on the tennis team and participated in many clubs. But I would love to hear from you about the clubs you initiated. You're a co-founder of one or two of our clubs here, correct? If you
Yes.
could speak a little bit about
Yeah,
that.
so I co-founded with a friend called AI Club, Artificial Intelligence. And basically, we made this club because we want to explore different applications of AI. And as we know, like, it's in everyone's life now, and it's like evolving really quickly. And like how we can kind of inform people about its ethics, about its advantages, disadvantages, and kind of bring everyone together, talk about it more. I think it's really important to talk about it these days. And I mean, we're not just going to make it conceptual. We're going to make it more interactive and keep building up on like the concepts and everything as we go on.
That's really cool. That's really cool.
And speaking of clubs, you're a mentor. I read about the first Lego League club in Littleton.
Oh, yeah.
What is that club and how'd you get involved in that?
Yeah, of course. So first FLL, which is basically First Lego League, it's a robotics competition for middle schoolers. And so it's part of a bigger organization called First Robotics. And so basically it's a team of 5 to 6 students who make robots using Lego pieces, as you can imply, and use code-based, like block-based code to program it. And they're supposed to complete missions, and it's like an annual game. They release a new game every year. And what I do basically over there, I mentor the kids, help them plan out what missions they want to carry out. You could say, like, help them think critically, strategic planning, and just brainstorming ideas of how they could do it. And they're the next generation, of course, for the robotics upcoming. So I help them motivate and keep them learning as we go. Of course, it's a competitive environment, but still I want to keep the environment fostering positivity and also learning environment.
Sure. That's impressive.
That's really awesome. You've gone above and beyond with the course loads here, taking AP honors classes your whole 4 years. Is there a class that you have taken that you're like, everybody needs to take this class?
If I would say AP Statistics, because it builds up like the foundational mathematics you need, I think, nowadays in every class. Because, for instance, I'm taking AP Psychology right now, and I'm studying about different experiments. And we are also learning about statistics, how they can help kind of analyze and summarize data and based on some data you've collected through the experiments. So I think it's a really interesting class, and I think Ms. Adhyayan teaches it. And yeah, she makes it really interactive with all the questions she puts on, and really puts you into a great thinking spot.
Very cool.
That's excellent. In terms of, if you were to think of any adult in your life, either in school or outside of school, that really helped you along, that you'd like to say thank you, who would that be?
I think it would be my plus block teacher, because she's been with me for 4 years now, and she has had a really big impact. So basically plus blocks, they're smaller than usual classes, right? So she kind of makes that class inviting. She is easy to talk to, and I think she, whenever we went to plus blocks, we played the New York games, and that kind of was like a fresher after we talked what's going on in our lives, and kind of, it's like a comfort place for me whenever I'm maybe in hard times or anything.
Who's your plus block teacher?
Miss Santa Tomaso.
Oh, she's great. I understand that. Well, believe it or not, our time is up. So our 5 minutes are up. I'm going to say on behalf of the Rotary Club, which sponsors the program, and the Chelmsford High administration, congratulations on being one of Chelmsford Emerson House's Students of the Month for the month of September. Really proud of you.
Thank you. Glad to
luck
be
this year.
Thank you.
Thank
Congratulations.
Now I'd like to turn it back to Dean MacNeil to introduce her second Student of the Month.
Our second student of the month for Emerson House for September is Kate Evans. Kate, thanks for being here. You are so well known in this building for your quiet force, and you have kind of your hand in everything. I like seeing you, as I said when you sat down, on this side of the camera, because usually you're on the other side. Can you just talk about, out of all of the activities and clubs that you participate in and help with here, what is one that's made the most impactful to your life?
I would say being on the lighting team for the Theater Guild has been the most impactful for me. It's just sort of been a way to like differentiate like school from like other activities like theater. Because when I'm there, I'm not really thinking about like stress of homework or anything. I'm just sort of like having fun with like all the other people there, and like I get to do lighting, which is really interesting. So, yeah.
And you have a kind of varied background. You're in a lot of AP classes, sciences, and maths, and you also do, as you said, Theater Guild. You're in the TV studio. What do you see with all your skills and talents? What do you see yourself doing when you graduate Chelmsford High School?
I'm looking to do something with like either a math or engineering major. So that'll be sort of where I head more academically, but I'm also looking to continue, clubs like theater, just in whatever school that I go to.
That's excellent. Any certain schools you're looking at, or are nearby? Are they far away?
Some are far away. Most of them actually are pretty far away.
Right.
There are a few that are just like a few hours, but I'd say most of them are farther.
And are you prioritizing that they have a good theater program too, so you can partake in that?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking at that, and to see that they have opportunities for like technical theater. So as long as like they have one that I'd be able to have opportunities in, that's like sort of definitely a reason I would choose them.
Fantastic.
So again, you've done such a wide variety of classes and clubs and APs and honors. Out of all the classes you've taken, what class would you recommend that everybody should take?
I would recommend that everybody take physics. I took AP Physics with Mrs. Hubbard, and it was just, for me it's interesting because I like math, and to see its application was just like really cool. But also just because I thought it was sort of like very interesting how it just made sense in the way that it's like, talks about like the natural world, and like this is just like how things work, and you could sort of look at that in a different way than like I'd always looked at it, just not knowing like the physics behind it.
Yeah. So let's do a plug. You've done Theater Guild, and you're going to be working on the new play coming up, a musical that is.
Yep.
So that's going to start ramping up. I guess you've already started auditions. So we want to give the audience kind of a little plug on what's coming up.
Yeah, so the musical is Oklahoma, and yeah.
Do you know the date by chance of that?
Oh yeah, it's November.
6th now. I forget what it is. November.
Not
It's not
November.
End of November,
great.
the weekend before Thanksgiving.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
sure the exact dates.
That's a great play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite big.
And you're helping with the lighting, with that?
That's really
Yeah,
nice.
Are
I'll
you
be
running the whole thing, the lighting?
Yeah, I'm the lighting designer, and then I have the rest of the team,
That's
to
awesome.
work together with.
So what does lighting designer do? What are your functions?
So I operate like our lighting board to sort of program the cues, and then when the time, and that's all like beforehand that I program it. But then when the time comes for like the actual production to go on, I basically just hit a button, and then it goes from cue to cue.
So you're pretty much there every day then, because you're the part. You need that. That's impressive. So
That's a lot.
Exactly. I want to say congratulations on behalf of the Rotary Club and Chelmsford High administration on being one of Emerson House's Students of the Month of September. Really proud of you. Wish you the best of luck for Oklahoma and the rest of the school year as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congrats.
And now I'd like to turn it over to Dr. Vitale, the Dean of Hawthorne House, to introduce her Students of the Month.
Our first Student of the Month is Samhita, Badhri. Samhita carries a heavy course load, including AP Calc, AP Lit and Comp, AP Statistics, AP Physics 1, AP Research, AP American Gov and Politics, and her non-AP class, DE Nutrition. On top of this rigorous course load, she is a leader in our building, being president of 2 different clubs, and has received multiple honors and is part of multiple honor societies. Thinking on your career here at Chelmsford High School, what has your favorite leadership role been?
I think my favorite leadership role so far has been the co-president of the Crescendos a cappella group. When I came into the group and the school, I was definitely a lot more quiet and reserved and when my peers elected me, I think it validated me as a leader and like as a listener, and it gave me a lot of confidence. And I think that role has really helped me grow into who I am and develop not only leadership skills and leading the group and the music and the scheduling, but also kind of learning how to listen to people better and make sure everyone's voices are heard.
It's quite a program, the Crescendos.
In terms of your internship at Children's Hospital, could you talk to us a little bit more of what you do there?
Yeah, so I worked with an instrument called a flow cytometer, and it basically is able to look at various properties of cells, so like cell sizes, shape, and whether it's like a disease, has a certain disease on it, or the cell is alive or dead. And that can kind of be used in like disease identification for like cancers or various other diseases. And I worked with the instrument, so I ran a lot of like quality control experiments to make sure that the instrument was working properly. And I also like helped out the lab to kind of like improve their facilities. And we put together like a plan to purchase a new instrument kind of in the similar vein. So I helped them with like the purchasing aspect as well.
Wow, that's incredible. Speaking kind of along the same lines, you have a lot of community involvement here in Chelmsford. What's your favorite community project that you've worked on?
I think being a student representative for the Board of Trustees for the public library. It's almost like a body of government, which is super cool just to be a part of. And they were working on their like 5-year planning, so future steps, and it was really cool. It was just me and a former student who just graduated as like the student representatives, and I have a lot of ideas for how we as CHS and younger kids can use the library a little better. So it was really cool to like get to be that voice and talk to those people about how I think we can bridge the high school and the library together.
You clearly are incredible, and we're very lucky to have you here in Chelmsford High School. Thinking back on all 4 years at Chelmsford High School, what's one of your favorite memories?
My favorite memory, I think, would probably be maybe my AP Lang class last year. I think overall that class, I really enjoyed it. Mr. Bartos taught it to me, but I think it really piqued my interest in writing and being very intentional with the words and like the weight that they carry. And I really enjoyed learning and reading throughout that class.
Well, believe it or not, our time is up.
Thank you so much.
No problem. So on behalf of the Rotary Club, which sponsored the program, and Chelmsford High Administration, congratulations on being one of Hawthorne House's Students of the Month. Proud of you, and we wish you the best of luck this year.
Thank you.
Now I'd like to turn it back to Dr. Vitale to introduce her second Student of the Month.
So here we have Jacob Lazar. Jacob carries a rigorous schedule including AP Statistics, AP Biology, AP Calculus BC, AP English Lit and Comp, AP Physics C, Mechanics and E&M, one class, Honors Orchestra, and DE Nutrition. Jacob invests a significant amount of time into our school community as well, being co-founder of 2 different clubs and a member of multiple others. He has been awarded multiple awards, both here at Chelmsford High School through honor societies and the William and Mary Leadership Book Award, as well as nationally through the College Board as a AP Scholar with distinction. Outside of school, Jacob continues to pursue many passions, including holding 2 different black belts. Can you talk to us about your journey to get your 2 different black belts?
Sure. I started training in 2016, I believe, so a while ago. I got my first degree youth black belts a bit ago during COVID. So the black belt cycle in my martial arts studio is pretty rigorous, and when you get your first black belt, you kind of continue training to get higher and higher levels. So I'm kind of really only at the start of my journey.
So you'll continue that?
Yeah, I'm taking a bit of a break right now, but I'm planning on probably continuing it in a bit.
Well, it's a feat in itself, without a doubt. You co-founded 2 clubs here at CHS. Do you want to talk a little bit about what they are and what you do within those clubs?
Yeah, so I believe the ones you're talking about are Mesa and CSA.
Correct.
So Mesa, I was one of the founding members. I didn't end up doing any of the admin stuff, but I kind of got to see how clubs get started, and I kind of got to be there in leadership and get leadership experience early on. And I think Mesa is special because it really highlights kind of a trend that really started 4 years ago with like a focus on cultural affinity groups. And I think Mesa is one of the most prominent in our school even now. So I'm very proud of being able to help that get started. CSA was a bit of a passion project of mine because I have a very deep connection with the study of chemistry, and I have a lot of interest in chemistry. And I also understand that chemistry is one of the more underrepresented subjects and kind of more hated universally. So I'm uncomfortable with that kind of idea, and I really want to promote interest in chemistry and involvement to kind of see how it's not really such as scary as people make it out to be.
I love that. Thinking back on all of your classes here, and I have a feeling I know what you're going to say, but do you have a favorite class and/or a favorite teacher?
Absolutely. Favorite teacher's a little hard because I have quite a few favorites, but definitely I think my favorite class, I'd say it was AP Chemistry. AP Chem is rigorous. It's definitely one of the harder classes at our school, but I think it's very special in the sense that you get to learn a lot about the world and how the world works, and a lot of the things you're learning are applicable to every other science, which I think is also really cool. I have, as I said before, I have a bunch of favorite teachers, but definitely one of my big favorites is Miss Lichtenthal. She teaches honors chemistry and organic chemistry, and she kind of helps me in my chemistry passions and kind of, not really instigates, but kind of, helps propel my passion and my love for chemistry.
That's great. Well, believe it or not, our time is up. So on behalf of the Rotary Club which sponsors the program and Chelmsford High administration, congratulations on being one of Hawthorne's Students of the Month for September. Best of luck this year.
Thank you.
Yes. I'd like to introduce Dean John MacIsaac from Whittier House to introduce his Students of the Month.
Thank you, Principal Murray. Our first student of the month is Ethan Jiang. Ethan is currently enrolled in AP Statistics, AP Calculus BC, AP French Language and Culture, Money Smart Nutrition in Honors Band. He's a member of the National Honor Society, the World Language Honor Society, and the Triad Music Honor Society. This past spring, he was awarded the Suffolk University Book Award for being one of the top-ranked juniors in his class, now senior. He was also recognized as a class marshal for the Whittier House, as being one of the top students in Whittier House. Outside of the classroom, he's very busy with marching band, concert band. He currently serves as secretary and section leader for those groups. The jazz band, DECA, as a chapter officer. Asian Student Organization as the president, freshman mentor, very, very busy outside of school. Outside of school, he's done some work with MIT Desfinad Center for Innovation, some business development internship at different groups, and he does some volunteering at the WISH Project. Life after CHS is unknown, but Ethan's hoping to attend a four-year university and study economics with possibly minoring in statistics and mathematics. Ethan, welcome.
Thank you.
Let's start with band. I know you like homework. We already talked about that, but let's start with band, your involvement with band, and how that's been over the past 4 years here at the school.
Yeah, I mean, coming into freshman year, I wasn't really sure about the whole band thing, especially since Mr. Sexau, the band director, was very insistent on if you participate in concert band or take the class, you also do take marching band. But looking back, even though I wasn't really sure about it, I'm really glad that he sort of pushed that opportunity onto us, because I found that I really appreciate both the social aspect, but also the leadership aspect that I sort of gained from being a section leader and participating. And it's really a lot of fun being out there under the Friday home lights and just watching the football team play.
It's funny, Saturday I was at my son's college football game at University of Rhode Island. They had a marching band. Our band is so much larger than their band, and our band, I think, sounds better. They were fine, you were right, but ours is so much better.
They're incredible.
Amazing.
I have young children, and often we leave at halftime.
Oh,
We
yeah.
always leave after the halftime
Oh,
show.
thank
It's
you. Yeah,
mandatory.
thank you.
We'll talk about homework quickly. What classes right now you're taking? Obviously, very rigorous course load. Math seems to be a focus with economics.
Yeah.
What has kind of led you to the math world? Economics is a possible major. Kind of.
Yeah, I mean, I guess CHS doesn't really offer like a ton of like economics courses. I know like you implemented the new courses, which I think was really cool. So I sort of took into my own hands sort of diving into the subject outside of school. And I think I found it really interesting, sort of representing the complexities of the world through like graphs and equations. And then I really think that like sort of implementing math into it, it gives me a lot of versatility in terms of like my career and different things I can do. So that's sort of why I decided that like both subjects were something I was really interested in.
So cool. You talked about leadership a little bit through DECA, Asian Student Organization, Freshman Mentor Program, and of course the band. Like, when you came as a freshman, did you see yourself as a senior as being a leader in any of these groups or clubs and activities throughout your time?
I definitely didn't anticipate having like a lot of responsibilities. I mean, definitely like I think a big goal of like a lot of people who join, for example, clubs and activities, like they want to be a leader and they want to be a role model for others. And obviously as a freshman, like you might not think that you're the type of person, but I think like as you grow and you learn more about what you enjoy doing, you really find out what type of activities you want to sort of be a leader in. And I tried a lot of activities, and these were sort of the ones that I really felt the most passionate about. And I think just by participating, engaging with different activities they have, you can really step up and show yourself as a leader.
Awesome. You listed Mr. Sexauer as an influential staff member. Obviously, the connection to the band, but what makes him so influential to you?
Yeah, I think the most important thing is that obviously since I've been with him for 4 years, he's been able to sort of see me grow and change as a person, and just having him to teach me not only about music but also about different parts of life. He likes telling stories, a lot of different stories, and you just really learn a lot from him. And just once again, having him there see me grow for 4 years is really important to me.
Awesome.
Well, Ethan, our time is up. So on behalf of the Rotary Club and Chelmsford administration, congratulations on being one of Whittier House's Students of the Month.
Thank you.
Proud of you and wish you the best of luck this rest of this year.
Thank you.
Great. I'd like to turn it back over to Dean John MacIsaac again from Whittier House to introduce his second Student of the Month.
Thank you, Principal Murray. Our second student of the month is Soham Mayani. Soham is currently enrolled in AP Physics C and E&M, which is one course, AP Calculus BC, AP Statistics, AP Biology, AP Psychology, DE Modern World Literature, and Health. Soham is a member of the National Honor Society, also has many academic achievement awards, and also a member of the Science National Honor Society. He's College Board National Recognition for Academic Achievement. He's an AP Scholar with honors. He was recognized with the St. Anselm College Book Award for being a top-ranked junior last spring. He was recognized as a CHS class marshal for Whittier House for being one of the top-ranked juniors as well in the Whittier House. He's been a Massachusetts Science Olympiad gold medalist in Wind and Power, also a Massachusetts Science Olympiad bronze medalist in optics. A lot of things, Soham, that I need to learn more about. Outside of the classroom, he's very involved. He's been a member of the science team, the math team, the Chemical Sciences Association, and the Robotics Club. He's also been a member of the Track and Field Club the past couple years. Track and field team the past couple years, and hopefully that will continue this year. Outside of school, he enjoys learning about astronomy and other physics topics. And then life after CHS, he's hoping to attend a four-year university and major in astrophysics or aerospace engineering, and hopefully studying up to a master's or a doctorate degree in the program. So, welcome.
Thank you.
We talk about physics and astrophysics and aerospace engineering. Some stuff we don't offer here at the school, right? It's beyond our scope, but what led you into trying to discover all those wonderful things in the world and your future study?
I would say it was actually a pretty winding path. It started with chemistry, or like in 10th grade specifically, just any science I was thinking. In chemistry, we were learning about gas laws and kinetic molecular theory, and the physics behind the chemistry is what kind of got me interested in physics in the first place. And then that was also the same year I started science team, and I think in the state competition on March, one of the events I did was astronomy, and as you can probably guess, I was pretty interested. And part of science team is like you have to study at home. And so learning about astronomy, and like I think the event specifically was focusing on stellar evolution. And that really got me interested in kind of trying to learn how the universe works. And so I think astrophysics or aerospace or anything related to trying to get into space as like a way, it's a means of understanding how the universe works more than what you can do on Earth. So that's why.
It's awesome. You've accomplished some great things in like science, Olympiad, wind power, and optics. Tell us like how you ended up that path and like the work you did for those projects and experiments and things you were doing with those groups.
A lot of it was mostly interest-based. Like, I decided to go into the optics event, I think maybe November time in 10th grade. And a lot of it was just, I'd watch some videos at home, Khan Academy, just things on YouTube, 3 Blue, 1 Brown, if you know them. And they'd explain things in such like an interesting way and really comprehensible. And I don't know, I was just, again, it related to like my wish to understand kind of how the universe works. And I'd like take practice problems, science team. Of course, we'd study in the team itself, and it worked out. I had a partner who was also really enthusiastic about the topic, and we worked together, took the test. And I don't want to attribute it fully to luck, but I wasn't expecting a 3rd place in that event, and wind power was similar. Like I wasn't expecting the result that we got, but I'm happy that we got it.
Always expected, right? Right? Always expected. Just clubs and activities you've taken part of, like math team, science team, robotics club. Like, how did we get there? What were your best memories? Stuff like that. And what are we doing this year and your last year in those groups?
Robotics team, I joined that in 9th grade because I was trying to continue like my robotics experience from 5th grade. And science team and math team, those were, I would say, kind of by chance. That one time in 10th grade, I was on my way to robotics team. And the 2, science team and robotics team, happened in classes beside each other. And that one day I maybe got like misinformed or something. But robotics team wasn't happening that day, and I already missed the bus. So I was like, might as well go to science team.
Nice.
And I really enjoyed it. It was great. And like I had a lot of friends there. They were doing really interesting stuff. They had a competition happening pretty soon. So I was like, I'll just go. Why not?
Awesome.
And then it continued from there.
Very cool.
Great. Well, hey, I want to say on behalf of the Rotary Club and Chelmsford High administration, congratulations on being one of Whittier House's Students of the Month for September. We're proud of you and wish you the best of luck the remainder of the year.
Thank you.
Thank you. This concludes our latest edition of Lions Pride. I want to thank our deans for their thoughtful words and beautiful summaries of each recipient. I'd also like to thank the Chelmsford Rotary Club for their unending support of this great program. Congratulations to all of this month's Students of the Month. On behalf of the Chelmsford Rotary and the deans, thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you next time.